Good day and welcome. I'm so happy to have everyone here today for our podcast. Welcome to Livingston. My name is Don Putkela.
And I'm Angela Putkela.
And we're happy to have you here today. We have a really special episode today that we're excited about. We are going to be talking to Coratti's Pizzeria, which is a great new pizzeria in downtown Howell that we've actually been to a couple times now.
Oh my gosh, the food has been fantastic, and I'm so excited that Pete could take some time out of his day here to come meet with us, and that way we could tell everybody about it and what great food and a great experience.
Yeah, it's one of those locations that we've just been excited about waiting to open up. So, we're so happy to have you here today. So why don't we get started, and wanted to introduce Pete from Coratti's Pizzeria, and maybe you can start off by telling us a little bit about you and it.
Yeah, hi, thanks guys. Excited to be here. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this, but we've been around almost 6 months now, downtown Howell. We are pizzeria, Italian cuisine, family restaurant with bocce ball. We have 3 different styles of pizza. One, we went to Naples, Italy to learn how to make the Neapolitan style. We have the Detroit style, which is like a Buddy's deep dish. And then we also have the traditional round. And then we have, a lot of other Italian sort of dishes, and then a few American stuff sprinkled in with burgers and things like that too.
Right.
Yeah, I noticed that your menu really has a great variety.
Mm-hmm.
So even for those that maybe aren't a huge fan of Italian, there was a little couple things sprinkled in. Our daughter, we had to talk her out. No, you cannot get the steak.
Right.
Nice try.
Yeah, that's a new one, actually.
Yeah,
We
but
just
it was
added that one.
Cool.
Yeah.
It seems like a nice option because
Yeah.
it's a nice restaurant.
And even the first time we came in, our son likes Italian food, and he was excited about getting spaghetti with meatballs. And then he was shocked at how big the meatballs were. So he enjoyed that quite a bit.
Yeah, the meatballs are awesome for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a fun place. It's kind of has 2 different vibes to it. The front, as you guys know, is more the bar open with the bocce balls, the open doors to the outside patio, and then the back side is more like the diner type pizzeria where you can see into the kitchen and see the big ovens. And then there's the back private room, which is a third space, I guess you could call it.
Got you. Well, you have a really good location right down there, right across from the theater, right next to the courthouse and such. But I mean, that wasn't a restaurant.
No.
How did you guys get in there?
So that was a bank office building, the First National Bank. I think it was just mostly I don't know what they did, their office work. So it wasn't a branch. We bought it, I want to say, I can't even remember now, early 19.
I know it's before COVID.
Yeah,
Because
right
we were excited about you guys opening,
Yeah.
and then
Well, we went to Italy just before COVID. We went I think it was November before COVID was January, February when it started getting. So we went just 3 or 4 months before that happened. And then we were already under construction, I think, at that time. So I think we bought it maybe early 19, I want to say.
Right.
And then, we gutted it, took the whole front wall, basically the whole front off, and extended it out. And that's the 2 bocce ball courts that you see. And then we basically gutted the whole the whole building, other than the bathrooms and the back room and one wall. And then we had to add the kitchen and everything else. So.
Right. Well, I know that just driving down there, you could see it moving, and with COVID moving a little bit slower and such. But at first we didn't exactly know what was going on with the way that you guys had the design, and then those bocce ball courts. That's such a unique experience. I mean, it's something different to come in and be able to get pizza and play the bocce ball. What had you guys come up with that idea to have that interior there?
Yeah, so I was in California for about 5 years. I came back. I'm originally from here. I came back home in January of 18. I worked at a bocce ball restaurant in California, and that's kind of where I got the idea. Campo de Bocce in downtown Los Gatos, so I'll give them a shout out.
Cool.
But we that's where I got the idea. Learned all about the game there. It's a fun game. So me and my uncle, who's also Pete, we kind of came together with he wanted to do the Neapolitan style pizza really bad. He had already been doing the American style pizza for 40 years. He's got a location downtown Detroit. So we kind of came together with the bocce ball and, Italian game, Italian pizza. So it all kind of came together like that.
Awesome. Now, how did you guys choose the location?
So actually, originally we were looking in Brighton. And then the commercial realtor we were working with, said, had you guys thought about Howell? And we're like, well, we don't know too much about it. No, we haven't. And then the building, the size of the building, the location of the building being right downtown within the district, as you call it, or as they call it, just was perfect, a win-win. It has its own parking lot, and, those combination of things was just perfect for what we were looking for.
Fantastic. And, it does seem like Howell has kind of a budding restaurant side of things. That's still growing as well as
growing,
Brighton.
Definitely.
And everybody around here needs to eat in Livingston County.
Yeah, everybody's happy we're there.
Yes.
Needed another option,
right?
Downtown. They have great restaurants down there. I just think they needed another option or two.
Well, it's always get a couple new options and such, and again with the bocce ball and such. And I assume quite a few people that come through the front door don't know much about bocce ball. Do you guys teach them or show them?
Yeah, so some groups know how to play, but I'll go over and show them how, do a little tutorial, take like 2 to 5 minutes and show them how to play the game. It's pretty simple, but there's a couple little rules that make the game a lot more fun that most people don't know about. So I go over there and give a little tutorial, or if I'm not there, Brian will do it, or a couple other the employees know it as well. So,
Got you.
Yep.
Got you. Now, I know you mentioned the Neapolitan, that style of pizza and such, and that you guys are certified for that, right?
Yeah, so me and my uncle, we went to Naples, like I said, I think it was late 19, right before COVID hit, and we took the class on the authentic Neapolitan style pizza and how to, basically the major points were the ingredients for the dough, how to handle the dough, and then how to stretch the dough into the pizza, and then how to work the oven as well. So those were the major.
And that's
points.
A wood-fired oven then, right?
Yep, wood-fired oven. It goes up to about 900 degrees, 850 to 900 degrees. Cooks the pizza in about a minute and a half. So it's that style's only 10 inches. It's thin on the middle. It has a little crust on the outside. It's a little floppy, but the flavor is really good.
Right. That's got to be amazingly hands-on. I mean, you're only in the oven for a minute and a half.
Yep. It takes some skill, that's for sure. So the school, a lot of practice at the school helped, definitely.
Cool. And that seems really interesting because we've eaten there a couple times now, but we still haven't had that pizza. The American pizza, that's kind of, I'm less or more of a picky eater, I think.
Yeah, we started with that. Then we had the Detroit style one when we were in there last time. So we'll come in again.
Awesome.
Yeah,
the Detroit's awesome. Okay. That's new to us as well. So that one is the same dough we use as the American style. We just handle it differently, let it rise. That gives it the little, what do we want to call it, like pie, like thicker crust.
Yeah.
You let it, you just handle it different. Same dough, but we handle it differently. And I think it turned out really, really good. So
absolutely, because it was so flavorful in the texture, and it just, it really, that was outstanding.
And you guys got a pretty extensive bar in there too.
Oh yeah, full bar. It's a big bar, so pretty much anything you want, we can make.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of staff, we noticed, which is like, so hard to
in this day and age. That's very good.
Yeah, we're lucky. They love working there. We're lucky. We have great staff. All the high school kids are awesome. They want to work hard. They're great to be around. It's fun. It's a lot of fun to be around the kids that want to be there.
Cool. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that you can sense that energy. You walk in and it's a fun place. Our teenager was with us when we went this last time too, and I was kind of like, okay, we're going out to eat, but it was like, you could tell he's like, okay, this is really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the open atmosphere is great. I mean, you really feel the downtown while you're in there. You're right on top of it and everything, so that's been really nice. So what's your guys' reception been so far? What are some of the dishes that people just have been gravitating towards?
Yeah, so we also have a panuzzo. which is a sandwich, basically. It's an Italian sandwich. So those turned out really good. That's the same Neapolitan dough that we use for the bread. A lot of people are liking that. What seems to be really selling is one of our traditional Italian dishes that we have in Milford also is the mushroom cannellone. That seems to be really popular, other than the pizzas, obviously, but that one's really popular. Our calamari seems to be really, really popular. And then we have a supplì that is basically a rice ball. If you've heard of arancini, it's the same thing. It's just my family's from the region in Italy. They call it supplì. So those are, rice balls are really good. People like those. A bunch of appetizers that are popular. Trying to think what else. And
you guys make your own gelato too, right?
Oh yeah, the gelato. Forgot about that. So we went, after we were in Naples, we went to Bologna, Italy, to learn how to make gelato.
Wow.
So that was fun as well. That was a little actually more math and like ingredients and how much sugar to put in versus how much solid to put in versus how much liquid. So it was kind of different. But those are, we try to change up the flavors every so often. We have a couple staples that we like to keep in there. But yeah, it's really, really good. And then the sorbet is also really good. It's dairy free, but you would never know it. It's kind of got a creamy texture, which is really interesting, but it's awesome.
And that's what I think is so interesting and great for Livingston County and for Howell in general, that there's Italian food and there's good Italian restaurants. Then there's what we would think of as authentic Italian because the recipes, but I mean, for you guys, not only is authentic Italian, you went to Italy to figure out how it's made.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's really authentic.
How fun would that be?
That was a trip of a lifetime. That's for sure.
How long were you over there?
So we were there 3 weeks. The pizza school was 10 days. That was like a 10-day, 10-hour a day. It was like nonstop, pretty intense. And then the gelato was I think it was like a 5-day crash course. So that was pretty intense too. And then we took a little bit of time after just to travel and see other things too.
Because I know we'd watched a couple shows on food in Italy and such. So I mean, there you're getting like the fresh mozzarella that was, just made.
Yep.
That day almost.
Yeah. So all of our Neapolitan style pizzas, we use fresh mozzarella on them. So that does make a big difference. The sauce is, it's just simple ingredients. There's no, nothing crazy. Just simple ingredients with good flavor, good ingredients, quality ingredients. Right. That's the key.
Right.
Yeah. Definitely. Great. Well, we've kind of talked about some of the fan favorites, but what about you? Like, what's your favorite dish there?
So, I mean, the pizzas are obviously really good. My favorite Neapolitan style pizza, I think, is probably the 5 cheese pizza with truffle oil as the sauce. It's really good, and then I like to add toppings to it, maybe a meat or two. That one's really good, and then the pesto ones are really good. My favorite sandwich, it turned out really, really good, is the steak and cheese sandwich.
I had that the first time we were there.
Yeah, it's actually tenderloin, so they're thicker sliced, so it's not traditional like you'd think, but it's tender and really good, and with the zip sauce, and I think it's pretty awesome, actually.
Awesome, right? Yeah. You'd like to remember you really enjoyed it.
Yes.
Good, yeah.
Yep. So, and you guys do private events then as well. So you said the back room is for that?
Yeah. So we do, that holds about 48 technically inside, and then another maybe 20 outside. So this time of year, it works. We could fit a few more people in the winter. We'd probably cap out around 48, 50. It's $100 room fee, and then there's plenty of options. You could do just a pizza, salad, sort of buffet, or we can do pasta, salad, chicken entree dishes, or salmon dish, and then appetizers. We pretty much can do quite a few, whatever you want as far as options go. Pizzas, or you can go, nice chicken dishes with pastas and stuff like that.
Right. And Go ahead.
I was going to mention, because I think this week there's going to be a professional event that we're attending there. Especially since we hadn't been to that back area, we'll be able to see that this week too.
Yeah. So are you getting many events yet?
It's starting to fill in. We get like Friday we had a wedding rehearsal and a birthday. Yesterday morning we had a birthday. So it's picking up. Yeah,
Good.
Like yesterday, the guest that reserved the room, she was like, "Oh, this is a great secret." I'm like, "Oh man, I don't want it to be a secret."
Yeah.
But, so yeah, people are starting to find out more about it, and I think the word's getting out. So that's good for us.
Right.
Seems like a number of the people that we had spoken to about, that we had gone there or that we were going to be interviewing you. I can't tell you how many people said, "Oh yeah, I've driven by it because it's so distinctive, but I haven't eaten there yet." So I was like, I'm so glad we're having you in, because now maybe more people will be able to.
People say that all the time. They come in, they say, "Oh, I've driven by a bunch of times, but this is my first time stopping in." And then a lot of them will say, "Well, it looks too, because the first month or two was still really busy, but people were standing outside waiting for tables, and they're like, it looked too busy to even try." So a lot of people have been kind of scared away by that, but I've heard that from a lot of people.
Well, I know the first time we went to go in there was like a 2-hour wait. So we came back for lunch, which was great.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
But even when we came back later, even it was a Friday night where it was pretty busy. The nice part is at the hostess station, they were very organized. They were able to say, "Hey, it's 35 minutes. We're going to send you a text." And then I think it actually was ready in 20 to 25 minutes.
Yeah, we just went shopping downtown and took a nice walk. So,
it was a great location.
And it's such a nice walkable downtown, which is really nice.
And they do the social district, so you can actually go to the bar and grab a drink and walk around with it if you wanted to.
That's
do
really
that.
nice.
Yeah, so that's fun. That's where Howell's been really, really good to us, actually. So.
Okay.
Great. Well, that's really awesome, because it's it's definitely a great community, and it's fun to have just fun things to do around town.
Yep. And I know you guys have only been there 6 months or so.
Just about. I think,
But what do you guys think of the Howell community so far?
Oh, they've been awesome. Yeah, we had to get a liquor license through them. They had to pass it, so they all said yes. That was easy. They've been, they had to rezone the property, which was. Everybody was on board with, and so they've been really supportive. The mayor comes in once or twice a week.
Nice.
Really nice guy, yeah. So he comes in with his wife, or maybe does a meeting once in a while. So, and then we have the county building right next door, and they come in, and they'll have meetings in there, and they've been really nice. And so yeah, Howell has been absolutely awesome. The theater right across the street, he put on the board, welcome to the neighborhood Coratti's on our first day. So that was really cool. Yeah.
And we're having Tyler in. He's actually
Tyler,
we'll walk right across the street then for this is episode 6, and episode 7 is going to be the historic Howell Theater.
Yeah, he's been really awesome for us. He comes in all the time too. We're going to do something together. We're going to give him a couple gift cards for I can't remember exactly what it is now. He's doing like a gift basket. And then we're gonna have a couple gift cards in there for him. So we're kind of we work together with him. Yeah, he's been great.
Nice.
Good neighbor.
Yes, good neighbor.
Yeah.
And it's nice that you are building down on that side of the downtown, because that's an area that's, had a few buildings that haven't been filled, and it's nice to see it starting to go that way.
And it'll be nice to see that firsthand, because this spring, our Keller Williams office in Brighton, they're opening an expansion office.
Yeah, so we'll be right across the street and walk over for lunch.
I just saw the sign go up, a couple weeks ago, maybe?
A couple weeks,
yeah.
So I was like, oh, cool. Because I've worked with Keller Williams, so it's pretty awesome.
Excellent. Yeah, no, we're excited about it. It's going to be really fun. Cool. I think that's a great location, right in the middle of the neighborhood.
So we know the owner of that building, too. I don't know if he sold it to whoever with Keller Williams, but we used that space to store all of our furniture while we were going under construction. Oh, wow. Actually, he let us use the whole space. It's it's beautiful in there, or it will be, I'm sure, after it's done.
Oh yeah, no, they're doing a ton of
floors,
upgrading to the front and such as well. Okay. So, but the thing that's so great So we've been in Livingston County and Howell now, since 2002.
Yep.
We moved out this way.
So just shy of 20 years.
At the beginning there wasn't that much down there in terms of restaurants.
Right.
There were some and such. Cleary's has been down there forever.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Diamonds, and then they moved and such, but to their new location where Mr. B's was, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see another restaurant and a quality restaurant that's just such an open, inviting place.
Yeah.
And it's the only one down there that really has, other ones you can go outside to eat and out front and such, but you guys really incorporated it.
Yeah, with those front doors being able to, the accordion doors, I guess you call them. I think they're 14 feet wide, I want to say. Accordion doors. So you're inside, but you're outside. And then, so that was the vibe or atmosphere that we really, really wanted. We wanted the bocce ball courts and then the openness to be able to see from the street all the way through to the ovens in the kitchen.
Right.
Which is close, but the bar kind of gets in the way.
Yeah.
Right, because we haven't gone to the back to see the ovens yet.
Right,
so.
this is true. But all the TVs, you kind of got that with the bar. It's neat because it's so many things to so many people.
Right,
it's
exactly.
Really
There's
versatile.
something for everybody.
Yeah. And hopefully the weather will cooperate and you can keep those doors open.
We want to try to keep them open as long as possible. There's the air curtain that helps. If it's really, really hot outside, it helps a little bit with keeping the hot air out. So I'm hoping it'll do the same with keeping
the hot air in.
Yeah, keeping the hot air in, cold air out. So we'll see. We want to keep it open as long as possible, but we'll see what happens. It'll be a learning curve for us, like everything else.
This is true, especially 6 months in.
Yeah.
In terms of where you are now, looking back on the past 6 months, is this kind of where you thought you'd be? Is it better? Is it?
Yeah, I think we're pretty close to where we want to be, I think. Like you guys mentioned already, the staff has been awesome. So we have no complaints there. The front of the house, the kids have been really, really great. Business has been really, really good. Like you said, the Howell has been awesome to us. So I think everything, has turned out really, really good. And maybe even a little better than we had hoped or expected.
Awesome.
That's good.
Well, that's exciting
really
to
good.
hear.
Yeah.
One of the things I wanted to ask about is so many of our clients and such, with COVID and everything, we all have so many problems with supply chains and with getting stuff in. And with you guys using such fresh ingredients and everything else, how's COVID impacted you and those types of things?
So, we're lucky. My uncle's owned a pizzeria in Detroit for 40 years or so, and then we owned the Milford restaurant for about 13 years. So we use the same vendors. They come daily, deliver daily, fresh daily. So they're loyal to us. So that's been really, really good. We haven't seen too, little things here and there where they'll run out of stuff or they can't find it even. But we're kind of past that now, I want to say. Like green beans we had a hard time with last week. We had a hard time finding, but we have 3 vendors that we kind of go through that can get almost anything. If one's out, we can get it from the other. So that works out really well. But as far as the food, the prices have gone up. But we've been able to get pretty much everything we've needed.
Now you guys do carry out as well then, right? And do you do DoorDash as well then? Or?
We haven't started that. We will probably soon.
Okay.
We've been just trying to handle the business that's coming in the door still.
No, I can completely understand that.
But we will do all that stuff eventually.
Right, because we found that so much of just going out and such has changed in the last couple of years. That you have those 2 groups of people. You have the ones that are like, everything is open and they're rushing to get out there. Yep. But there's still that group that, they've started to... I think a lot of them realized how easy it was to order out from restaurants and then just eat at home. Yeah,
I think everybody's carry-out business probably has gone way up. So that's good, I'd say. And I don't know if it hurts the dine-in, but the people that are doing carry-out might not dine in anyways. They might be cooking at home, and they say instead now they realize, like you say, it's easier, almost cheaper a lot of times to just order carry-out. Get it done with.
Right.
Absolutely. And to that point, we do have a client that in terms of, they were moving for other reasons, but one of the kind of lesser reasons was, and by the way, I want to be someplace that, some of the restaurants are closer.
They were outside of the delivery zone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
truly impacts things.
right. And then one of the other things with the restaurants, with you guys opening up, we were so excited. After all that time at home, I was kind of sick of everything that I knew how to cook.
Right. Yeah, that's true too, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's been a really good thing. Let me see here.
Yeah, I mean, it's been such a great addition to the community. And I think, within that, and from the real estate side of things, anytime you have just great value within a community, that makes the property values increase. That makes, the demand that people want to come live in Howell.
Right.
Because as you have more of these great locations and entertainment and restaurants, then it really helps with that real estate side to things.
Yeah, because we have a lot of people coming out from Oakland County.
Right.
And now that they don't have to drive into work as much anymore, they're coming out this way, and they sometimes ask us, well, where's a good place to eat? Because they don't know. So, we tell them, drive downtown, park your car, take a walk.
Right.
You'll know whether you like it.
Yeah.
Get a bite to eat.
Yeah.
So, and that's just like she was saying, you guys add such value in terms of, another place to go, a good quality place to go that you can walk to. And, you guys look brand new, but at the same time, you look like it's just a perfect location, that it's just integrated so well into the downtown.
Like it's supposed to be there. Yeah.
It's supposed to be there. And, when we saw that they were doing construction, it was this, please let it be a restaurant. Please.
Yeah, I bet.
Honest to goodness.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So those are all great things and great points, and it's exciting. Livingston County is such a great location. What's your favorite part of just Livingston County in general? Do you have?
So I don't get out this way too much. I do. I like downtown Brighton. Some of the bars and restaurants down here. I just like the nature out here. You can go ride your bike. There's all kinds of trails. So that's a lot of fun. Those are the main things I'd say. I don't get out of the restaurant too much, so I'm kind of stuck there.
And for you guys, you haven't really been able to experience the full-on festivals.
Right.
I mean, the
Melon Fest.
The Melon Fest was kind of scaled down. The Balloon Fest was very much scaled down. And then the same thing for the Sleepy Howell with the 5K and such. Usually they shut down Grand River and they do all the trunk or treat right there, but they're doing it off-site this year. So hopefully they'll be able to get back to that.
I believe we're still getting
looking
validation
into
on that.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think everybody has been flexible, but that's the interesting part is I think you really came in with just this outstanding concept that, even as the world keeps opening up, I mean, I can see you guys just continuing to be more and more successful.
Yeah, because like you said, we have, I think, an option for everybody on our menu. The atmosphere is great. The location has turned out to be even better than we had hoped. So, yeah, the combination, I think, will do well for a while.
Yeah. So where can people find out more about you then?
So we have a website, Coratti'sPizzeria.com, Instagram, Coratti's Pizzeria, and Facebook is the same. Those three are the main three places. Yep. You can order online through our website if you want to do online ordering.
Yep.
You can do that too. Yep.
The mobile was really great too. I pulled it up on my phone and it's like, woo, this really looks nice.
Yeah. Yeah. My sister actually does most of the marketing stuff as far as the website and that kind of stuff.
And I know you can call ahead for parties of 10 or more, right?
Yep. 10 or more. We take reservations for 10 or larger.
And then when we came, we just called down there and said, hey, how long is the wait? They told us, we jumped in our car, got down there. It worked out great.
Yeah. And then the bocce ball is $5 per person for an hour. So that you can have anywhere from 2 people to, there's 8 balls on the court, but you can have, 10, 12 people, and that not everybody has to play at once. So the fun part about that is everybody can play. Any 80-year-olds to 10-year-olds, it's for everybody.
Are those usually pretty booked up then?
The weekends they do. I think that's another thing that once people realize that it's there, it'll start getting more and more, busy and booked. So, but
Right.
right now the weekends are usually pretty full with reservations. The weekdays are kind of hit or miss, but I would call ahead and make a reservation for those. Yeah.
So you can reserve those then?
Yeah. Even if you have 2 people, you can make a reservation for those.
Nice.
Yeah. And then you can make a reservation to play bocce ball, then sit down and eat after, or you can just play bocce ball and eat on the court.
Okay.
Either way.
Well, and again, like you said, it's a fun game that's easy to play, because I know other places, either you're playing pool or you're playing darts. Maybe they're not as inviting to your
or
kids and such.
the axe throwing.
Yes, there is the axe throwing out there. Yeah.
It's fun, but it's not
A little
for
dangerous.
everybody.
Yeah. Great concept. It's neat that you were in California and to pull it all together.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's a game that not as many people know about, but once it's a fun game to play.
Yeah. You should see our staff. They all want to play after work now. It's funny. They're all like, "Are we playing tonight after?" And it's because now they realize how fun it is. It's like it's been funny with the staff. They all want to stay after and play.
Right.
Cool. That is awesome. Well, we appreciate you taking the time today, Pete.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to make sure that our listeners know?
No, I think we've covered everything. We're just happy to be in Howell, and Livingston County's been awesome, and we're excited to see what the future brings. We're still so new and still so young. So,
well, I would encourage everyone out there to go check you guys out. We can personally say that the food is amazing.
Good.
The atmosphere is amazing. We've been there twice and haven't had one thing that we didn't like yet.
Good.
So
That's
we're
good to
looking
hear.
forward to continuing to go down there.
Yeah.
Good.
Absolutely. So, on behalf of all of our listeners and from us, we'd like to say welcome to Livingston.
Thank you. Yeah, we're happy to be here. Definitely.
Yep. So thank you, everybody, for listening today. Remember to check out our podcast, subscribe to it so you can find out when new episodes are coming out. You can check us out online, Spotify, all the different platforms that you can listen at, or just check us out at welcometolivingston.com. My name is Don Putkela,
And I'm Angela Putkela.
and thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and we will hopefully catch you again next week.